fit and fat men sit down in the same room and talk. Can they agree with each other? Is being fat a choice?
Ooh, that's controversial.
We got this video sent a million times by people to react to it. Let's not get canceled.
Do you think just being in a fat body and being in the public space encourages obesity?
Yes.
Shame is what led me to an eating disorder.
Whose fault
When
is that,
what
though?
we're looking for is
Fault is that?
stability.
That's your fault.
It's
See, the
an
problem is that you're a
amalgamation.
professional victim.
Would you agree, like, looking at his physique, like, he's at a perfectly, I would say, maybe healthy.
No, he's definitely overweight, definitely obese.
They are going at it.
This is next level.
They are all very big.
They're all big, impressive guys.
Yeah.
Our first prompt is, I have felt disgusted looking at a fat body. Can our agreeers please step forward?
So whoever agrees walks forward, but also the fat men walk forward. So I used to be pretty fat.
And I used to be very skinny. Some people might feel not very comfortable in their own body.
Well, it's unacceptable to be fat.
Okay.
He was invited to this show and decided beforehand, I'm choosing violence. There's definitely moments where it's acceptable to be fat. Also,
Yeah.
when it comes to diseases.
Also, like in the day and age we live in right now, where food is just like, it's everywhere. We market food like it's a treat. Buy this, buy that.
That's a great start. I mean, I know why you say that, but it's one of those things where, do you know why you're saying that?
Yes, because I've been fat before and I lost the weight. Well, I mean, you can make an argument that you're less valuable when you're fatter because you drain resources.
That's an interesting statement, by the way, because bodybuilders also ask a lot from resources.
I think he's more aiming at healthcare, I think, as well. You need so much more healthcare
Yeah, good point.
when
good
you're
point.
overweight.
When I see somebody who's 500 or 600 pounds, all I can think of is, why do they care so little about their health that they can do this, allow themselves to gain that much weight, knowing it's taken 20, 30, 40 years off their life?
I don't think anyone on either side will disagree that health is important.
Unfortunately, some people have emotional stuff that happened, traumatic stuff that's happened, so you can't discount and just say, oh, because they're fat.
Boo-hoo, man.
This man is just, I mean, he has swords, no shields.
You can see that he has gone through a lot and he has experienced everything himself and he's just making everything way simpler to understand, but it's too simple. It's like straight to the point. It's like, I was weak mentally back then. I chose to change it and it worked. You just gotta change. And this guy, I haven't heard a lot about him yet. He has no valid point at all. He says, maybe you go through emotional stuff, like you don't know what's happening. Yes, but if that makes you let it go this far, you're making excuses. If you, during a period you gain 7 kilograms, 10 kilograms because your dog died or something, and you're like, shit, what do I do in my life? And you gain 7 kilograms. But this guy has probably been this body weight for quite some time. True.
Like if you get into a loop, then it becomes an addiction.
You're fat, you made that decision. You live in the best country ever. If you live in a civilized first world country where you have electricity, internet power, etc., you deserve to be bullied. It's ridiculous to me.
Getting bullied and sort of being like not
Bullied.
accepted in society, that is, I mean, that's too far.
I am working on my body because I love my body is a great mentality to have rather than shame. Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
That's body positivity. That's what people should share.
Bullying is bad, don't bully.
You got the gift of life. You got the gift of being in a developed country.
Being in a country like the US makes it so easy, especially if we don't get taught on school what good and bad food is. It's so easy to eat bad food.
Especially for younger people. If you're being taught by your parents to eat chocolate bars every single day, and then at the age of 16 or 18, you get like, decide, you want to be fat or you want to be healthy?
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're on your own now.
Like, I'm naturally skinny.
Yeah.
Then I was like, all right, I'm gonna get fat as an experiment.
Yeah.
Did it, and then I was like, all right, now I'm gonna lose the weight. And then all I did was just track my calories, ate the same food every single day.
Yeah.
Went to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, and everything was controlled and it got done. Was it monotonous? Of course. Was it boring?
Yeah, I agree with you there. I am naturally this way. This is with working out 4 or 5 times
That's
a week.
not true.
It's just basically how much and what you eat,
Yes.
right? That's the biggest thing.
Getting the fresh and fit dude on here was 1000% a content move. He had some really valid points and a lot of knowledge, but he was so extreme that he can actually scare off more people to become fit.
People burn at their resting metabolic rate a different set of calories.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, so the difference between calories burned at rest can be up to 400 calories. And yes, this is definitely a big difference, but that doesn't mean that it's impossible to eat in a caloric deficit, especially for guys with a higher body weight because they tend to burn more calories at rest.
Now you see the knowledge gap.
It takes one Google search, how to lose weight. I need to be in a caloric deficit.
There are some people that have a disposition I have a disposition. Does that mean that I'm not doing certain things? No, it doesn't. But you're passing judgment on somebody's body that you know nothing about.
What are the tools? The tools are simply knowledge, which you can get for free on the internet. If you have the ability and the discipline to go out there and get the knowledge, then you're gonna lose weight.
It's very much the fat guys blaming environment and not having either the tools, the knowledge, and the fit guys taking accountability for themselves. In American terms, you've got the fit guys who won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And on the right, people who don't know anything about the sport. If you would just watch one game, you would understand what they're talking about.
I'm not gonna go ahead and give the same level of respect to someone who's a fat ass, to someone that has worked really hard and diligently on their physique.
It's not about hard work. It's about the simple things like making a healthy decision, make sure you got just your body weight under control.
I mean, just to take it back to the prompt, I think we just kind of went all over the place there.
I don't think we can help how we feel. I don't think I can choose like, oh, I just am not. It would be sitting here and lying. I'm disgusted. This is just how I feel.
That is a very good point. Like, he's not gonna hide how he feels. And if he feels disgusted, then he feels disgusted.
Concerned is a better word.
It's not that he walks on the street and just literally says to people like, you're disgusting.
No,
like,
it's just a feeling.
Jacked men are more attractive than fat men. Will the agreeers please step forward?
I have an opinion here though.
Me too. I would say very hard yes.
Why?
I like it.
Right?
Like, it's a very subjective thing. Right?
Exactly. It really depends on what you're into. Because there's some people that like chunkier guys, and there are some people that only like these extreme bodybuilders.
All right, so we're living in a bizarre world where people don't see the truth. Like, how is it possible that they're thinking, no, being obese and unhealthy is more attractive than being fit and healthy?
This is so interesting because they don't have anyone talking against them now. They're just all like, yep.
Obviously, this is going to be like personal biases, but I think attraction is very fluid in the sense that I can 100% admit, like, there was probably 40 pounds of muscle ago is when most women would be like attracted to me. Of course, like fitness girls, they're totally okay with the size I am, but like probably most girls, I'm like too much for.
Yellow tank top dude is just amazingly kind.
Yeah, it's always with the bigger guys.
The biggest guys, nicest guys.
If you put Zach and Greg and you put them next to each other and you did a poll,
I think a lot of people might choose Zach.
Well, you're comparing apples to oranges, but if you take the same guy, same height, etc., but one guy is fat, one guy's in good shape, she's always gonna go with the guy that's in better shape.
Something that I struggled with for a while is, in me losing weight, am I still going to be able to book the jobs that I book? Because I've built an entire brand off of my body.
So what he's saying is that he might be staying fat in an unhealthy way to have a job. That's where the bodybuilders can't really say anything. They are also jeopardizing their health to do their job. I personally would change my job, either if it's the overweight one or the pro bodybuilder one. The pro bodybuilder sounds epic and healthy, but it's not. Last question.
I'm worried.
The body positivity movement is problematic. Will the agreeers step forward?
I will let them talk first.
The body positivity movement becomes a problem when you hide behind this shield of, oh, I should love my body, da 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 da. Great, but you have to be healthy too. You can't ignore your vitals. You gotta like check yourself on the inside.
That is a very good point.
What a good answer.
He just sums it up.
There's this really cool Gymshark athlete who has this skin condition.
Yes.
And that's also part of body positivity. He looks like a piece of art. Accepting stuff like that and actually empowering that, that's sick. But being overweight and promoting that as you should just love your body is, like he said, you're just ignoring factually that you're dying.
being body positive is important, like loving yourself, loving the way you look. But if that's gonna influence other people to make bad decisions about their body and their health, that's problematic.
It's literally the same as admiring addicts or like people that are jeopardizing their health in other ways.
Who here feels like after spending time in this space, you feel like you're closer to understanding the other side?
Okay, a few.
A little surprised.
I understand it less, literally.
I think it's really interesting also to learn more about thought processes of people that have less knowledge about how to get fit. And actually, we should make that gap as small as possible, and everyone should have the knowledge on how to get fit. We have a workout app and it's free, and you can just get free workout programs, diet, learn about it. So if you want to, you can check it out.
And to answer the question of the video, Is being fat a choice? I would say yes, because then the responsibility is on our hands. Like, we can do something about it. Although in reality, it might be more nuanced.
It's a bit more complicated, but it is more powerful and more positive to say yes. We can't react to all questions right now, but if you want to see more, then make sure to let us know in the comments and we will share our thoughts in the next videos.
Yeah. No matter where you are with your body right now, looking at your diet and improving that is a positive thing.
Like this guy did, he went completely vegan for 30 days and the results are interesting. Make sure to watch that video, subscribe to Ms. Leak and hit that bell. And let us know if you want to have another part, and make sure to check out Jubilee in the description as well.